And welcome back to Newsflash.
Last Thursday, Marquette hosted its first TEDx-style speaker series featuring 9 Marquette students with stories that can inspire and encourage people across the globe. Let's take a look.
So last spring, I actually went to San Diego with Max and Lauren, who are 2 members of the Executive Board for Changemakers, and we went to a conference called the Changemaking Summit at the University of San Diego, and we saw a TEDx-style student speaker series there. And so with the 2 of them, we were like, wow, this is incredible. We need to bring this back to campus. There are so many students and friends that we know that have great ideas that we would love to hear, and we were sure that the Marquette community would love to hear it.
At the end of some days, my mind is so exhausted, I can't even dream up a happy ending to these cycles we created and we perpetuate every day. I fear for the world much in the same way I feared for my life. I survived, yes, but there are still moments when I can feel the pressure of his forearm and elbow on my neck. There are moments when I still fear for my life on an instinctual level. I fear for the women who don't have the resources and support I did to ever recover. I fear for what will happen and what won't if we fail to name and challenge systems of oppression and our place in them. If we fail to learn and teach compassion, to pursue vulnerability as our main strength. Most importantly, we must remember that human compassion is not a weakness, but in the face of our broken world, one of the most courageous things we can do.
By the time this speech is done, at least 10 people will no longer be with us, because every 40 seconds, someone in the world takes their own life because of depression. So I guess that makes me a lucky one, because I'm standing here today as a survivor. I'm not a number, and I'm not a statistic. And I share this today not to try and guilt trip you, or to scare you away, but to break the mold that society has created.
So for my topic, actually, it came out of a journal entry I wrote back in January that I wrote after a profound experience I had at the bus stop. And I had been writing about these different social justice encounters I had had in Milwaukee and how they were affecting my heart and leaving me with a lot of questions. So a lot of my speech actually comes from the journal entry itself, lines from that journal entry, and then different parts were added on to make it sound a little speechier, if that's a word, to really connect with the Marquette community. So it's very 2 personal stories in my life that were really transformative. And then it hit me. We were sharing in our joys and our struggles. This is what it means to be human. Those few moments we spent together at the bus stop, at Casa Maria, were powerful. They were sacred. They were meaningful.
Like Clark Kent to Superman, Bruce Wayne to Batman, or Peter Parker to Spider-Man, when I picked up a sketchbook and pen, I went from Ben Hoffman to the dude with doodles.
When I was in middle school, I was told that there were only a certain number of spots for girls at the table. And what that meant to me was that there can only be one girl who's the funny one girl who's good at math, and one girl that got all the guys. I wasn't that one, I was the one that was good at math, but as I got older, I realized that there were enough spots, and there still are. We just weren't told that.
I thought it was really good. It was cool, different perspectives on a lot of different issues that people don't talk about here, so I liked it. I really like Jane's. I definitely haven't talked to strangers or people that I didn't know, so I think it's something that I might start doing because she had a great perspective on it.
What I liked most is that they took life experiences, whether good or bad, and turned them into something that's positive or, that will aid people in all parts of the world. That's pretty impressive.